Hey, Steve Zook here. Welcome back to Polkzoo channel. Appreciate you tuning in. Excuse me. Just had a muffin. Hey, I want to talk about something that has been rolling around my mind for a while. There's a really great book by Dr. Wayne Dyer called Real Magic. I love it. That, and I'm reading Manifest Your Destiny right now. But he talks about when you have ideas that are kind of floating around your mind and your intuition to maybe, try to follow some of those hunches a little bit. And I'm just going to speak from the heart here. I've got a hunch right now about an idea, and I want to share it with you guys and see what you think. I really enjoy my Polkzoo channel, and I really enjoy sharing information and offering free guitar instruction and doing what I can. And I've been asking myself, how can I do this on a larger level, share more information and help more people? And what I came up with is, I'm getting 39,000 views a month. Now, what if everybody just donated $10 to my Polkzoo channel? You can send it to stevezook7 at PayPal, stevezook7 at yahoo.com for the PayPal. But here's my idea. Hear me out on this. And, this could be really cool. If everybody sent me $10 a year, I could make the guitar ladder system free for everybody and help everybody become a great player and composer. This is really a powerful system. If you haven't read about it, I studied with Horace Hatchett years ago when I was a young man. I'm 60 now, and I will be 60 March 16th. But anyway, I studied with Horace Hatchett, who taught Howard Roberts how to play, who started the GIT, which is now MIT. I took from Joe Pass, a couple lessons from Ted Green. But the guitar ladder system works. But this idea is much larger than this. I'm involved in internet development. I've got a couple projects I'm working on. Excuse me. One of them is coffeechannel.com, because coffee's a $90 billion a year industry, and that domain name is very valuable. It's worth a couple $100,000 right now. I actually pitched Bill Hudson on this idea, who produced Father of the Bride with Steve Martin. It's true. I met him on the phone. I was buying a Hafler 9505 power amp. But anyway, Bill Hudson, who's a big-time Hollywood producer, thought it was a great idea. And he goes, Steve, you have a hit. But coffeechannel.com could sell for billions someday, but it's not something I can start on a shoestring. It's going to take a top programmer. It's going to take some bucks. So, I'm trying to get into what Dr. Wayne Dyer calls, no limit thinking. What if 39,000 people sent me $10? I'd have $390,000. I could develop coffeechannel.com, and I have another domain name I want to develop called acousticchannel.com, which would be like a celebration of acoustic music. These two sites, especially coffeechannel.com, could not only be really, really cool sites and offer exposure for unknown musicians and help more people, because I give to charity right now. I donate to healthright.org. I really believe in that tithing or giving and receiving. But I'm thinking to kick this up a level, if everybody donated even just $10 a year to my Polkzoo channel by sending $10 to PayPal at stevezook7 at yahoo.com, I could take that money, and I had an idea for something I was starting to mess with called the Artist Financial Network. Let's say that let's just be positive thinking here, and let's believe this could actually happen, that everybody can understand what I'm trying to say here. If everybody that watched my channel just sent me $10 a year, just $10 a year, I could make guitar ladder system free for everybody. So it's like getting thousands of dollars of free lessons. I could take that money and put that into developing coffeechannel.com and acousticchannel.com. Now, acousticchannel.com I'd like to keep, because it would just be cool. It would have guitars on it and whatnot. Coffee Channel, I would want to develop and sell it. And I think I could sell it for a lot of money someday once it develops. Let's think big here. Let's get into no limit thinking. Let's say everybody understands what I'm trying to say here. Why should just the banks have all the money? How cool would it be to what I'm trying to talk about is structuring things so I can build something that I could sell. Let's just think big here. I developed coffeechannel.com. It's a $90 billion industry. Some big company's probably going to pony up and want to buy that from me. Let's say they buy it for, even if they just bought it for, $500 million. But internet development, people will pay up if it's viable. But let's just say somebody buys Coffee Channel for a lot of money. I can put that money into an account. And with that account, I could then offer gifts, because that way I avoid having to worry about stocks and Security Exchange Commission. I think I can give up to $10,000 So I could develop fund where I could actually, offer gifts to people to help them produce their own CDs, to help people in need and whatnot. I'm really serious that this has been going through my mind. To be honest about it, I've been a little nervous about mentioning it because I don't want to be misinterpreted, but I think anybody who's been watching me can tell I'm the real deal here. And I can't get the idea out of my head because, like I said, I've talked to a lot of people about coffeechannel.com, some other really brilliant internet companies, by the way, and everybody agrees it's just a great idea because it would be a social network, entertainment site, and a coffee play. And there's so many people that drink coffee, and everybody would like to have a home. So it'd be kind of like an online. It'd be a social network based on the second largest commodity in the world. So that would be something I would develop, and then once I get a great offer, just sell it. But let's get into no limit thinking, like Dr. Wayne Dyer said. Let's just assume this is possible. Everything's possible, right? And this is really about artistic people like myself and you and people that, whether you have a regular job and you just love to play guitar. If we all combine our focus somewhere positive and create kind of a structure that can feed the artistic, community, this could be so cool. I could sell coffeechannel.com one of these days, have a lot of money in an account, and then take that money and, like I said, offer gifts to for people who want to maybe do their own CD or want to start a studio or whatever it might be. So this is what I'd like to know what you guys think about this, because I think it's a great idea. Like I said, I want to also develop acousticchannel.com. Both these domain names, by the way, are just great names. I bought them years ago. But they're not things you can, coffeechannel.com is not something I can do in a shoestring. I need to get a top programmer. Really like to run with it though, I'd like to make a ton of money with coffeechannel.com, not just to get some things that me and my family could use, but to help more people. And I'm doing it right now. I'm donating right now to healthright.org, and I'm helping people all over the world to eat. I'm helping pregnant mothers and people with, torture victims, and I'm doing it right now. But I would love to kick this up a serious notch. So what I want you to think about is that, and I'd like to spend more time on Polkzoo channel offering more information. If there's only so much time I can spend, to be honest about it, I'm getting a lot of phone calls and it's growing, and I'm really, really love it, and I love talking to everybody, but there's only so much time I can do. So if everybody who watched Polkzoo channel just contributed $10, you're welcome to contribute more. That's obviously I wouldn't be upset, right? But if everybody just contributed $10, let's just say 39,000 times $10, that'd be about $400,000. I could, like I said, my plan would be take that money, hire a computer programmer, start coffeechannel.com, begin to develop that, also begin to develop acousticchannel.com, and as these, you will be part of something really, really cool. And as these develop, I'm kind of calling it an artist financial network right now, to where, let's say I develop coffeechannel.com and sell it, then I can have this money to, promote the arts, and I can offer gifts to people that want to do their own CD. I could help people. It would really be cool. So that's kind of what's floating through my mind, because I have to be a little careful how I say this, but it's not that easy nowadays for entrepreneurial people to get things going, and the arts, I feel, has been seriously ignored, and just the way the system is kind of set up. So I've got a great plan here. Coffeechannel.com is going to work. It's like I said, Bill Hudson, produced Father of the Bride with Steve Martin, just goes, Steve, you got a hit there. And I didn't really need him to confirm that. I know it's a great idea. I just need to put money into it. So anyway, if this makes sense to you, and like I said, I could, once this thing gets rolling, my plan would be to sell coffeechannel.com and then put that money into a fund to help artists and help people and just keep building this. So, and like I said, I could offer the guitar ladder. I know I'm making this much longer than I wanted to. But if you enjoy Polkzoo channel and you'd like to support it, that's where I'm going. I'd like to see 39,000 people all send me $10, because like I said, we can then, I can delegate. I'm a very good delegator. I can delegate those funds into development. Internet development is the biggest game in town. It's the quickest way to creating an abundance of prosperity. And then if we can all come together on this idea, I can then, as acousticchannel.com and coffeechannel.com develops. Like I said, I'll keep acousticchannel.com because that would be a beautiful thing. And coffeechannel.com could be a beautiful thing, but once I get a great offer, I'll sell it. And then that money will be available to help people, other artists all over the world. And it will be in the form of a gift that I don't have to worry about, stocks and bonds and all this kind of stuff. So, if this makes sense to you, send me $10. I'd love it. Steve, S-T-E-V-E, Zook, Z-O-O-K, the number 7 at yahoo.com. And this idea comes from the heart. It's been rolling around my head for months, actually. And like I said, I've been a little nervous about doing it, but I'd like to get some feedback too. I know some of you are going to say, well, Polkzoo channel is free, so why would you want to change it? I don't have to change it. I don't have to do this. It's no big deal. But think about it. If all of us that love guitar and love music, if everybody that watches this channel just thinks about that for a second, gee, if I only donate $10 and 39,000 people do that, and I can develop an entrepreneurial activity that's going to end up bringing in hundreds of millions of dollars that then I can put back to the artistic community, help people with their musical projects, help people that just need help in life, just help more people. Just think of all the great karma we could create. So, this idea didn't come from me. I don't believe that man thinks. I believe God thinks through us. So the idea is really coming from spirit, coming from God, the one mind, whatever you want to call it. I really would love to see this happen. So if it makes sense to you, feel free to donate right now. Send $10 or whatever you feel like. Send $1. If you're only comfortable sending $1, send $1. But it would, it would really help for me to have some donations. I could do more with Polkzoo channel. I could offer more free information. I could offer guitar ladder system free. But I'm going to be a no limit thinker here. I'm thinking a little bit bigger. Like, what if I could get 39,000 people every month even just to send me $1, or 39,000 people every month to send me $10, okay? If and I know it's like you watch these TV shows with the fundraising and whatnot, but this is much cooler. This is cool. This has a lot more because it's rooted in the art. So I probably said enough. I wanted to make this a little bit shorter, but I'm a very verbal person, so it's hard. It's hard for me to kind of say things quick. But I'd like some opinions on this, And like I said, the donations, you could even look at it like this. Just send $10 a year if you believe in Polkzoo channel and you understand what I want to do. Even just $10 a year would be unbelievable. Because if we could get this thing going and I could develop coffeechannel.com and then sell that for hundreds of millions of dollars or $1 billion or whatever I can get for it, I think I could get quite a bit. I can then put that money into I'm going to call it the Artist Financial Network, put it into something that could then offer like grants and free money for people that want to develop their art and whatnot. I think it's a great idea. I love it. But you kind of have to think out of the box in today's world to get things going. I know there's things out there like Kickstarter and things like that. I don't know. They've never worked for me, and I just feel a little uncomfortable about them, But I'm thinking, if everybody, I feel comfortable just asking for $10 to everybody who watches Polkzoo. If you want to contribute more, go ahead. But I'd like to know what everybody thinks of the idea. I don't have to do this. I can keep Polkzoo channel as it is and keep offering free information. But boy, it would really be nice if you guys supported my channel even just on a $10, $10 a year level. If you want to send $100 a year, that'd even be better because I can use that money. I'm on the cutting edge of internet development right now. I used to be really into domain names, and I'm lucky. If you look at all the great domain names out there, like DisneyChannel.com, Weather Channel, Golf Channel, whatever, I've got CoffeeChannel.com. It's a $90 billion a year industry, and I've got Acoustic Channel. So I'd love to see those get developed, and then I could put that money into a fund and then disperse that as grants or donations to other artists. This could be really, really cool. So, send me some feedback on it, but you don't, try to be nice, please, and understand I'm really coming from the heart here. This is an idea that's been rolling around my head for a few months, but I would love to see what we're doing is we're adding structure to something that could then help artistic people like us. I think it's a beautiful idea, but it would only happen if we all band together and realize, hey, if we all focus on something like this, just think how positive that could be. All right? So let me know what you think of this idea. And if it makes sense to you, please donate $10, $1, $20, whatever you're comfortable doing. Do what's comfortable. you can send it to Steve, S-T-E-V-E, Zook, Z-O-O-K, the number 7 at yahoo.com. All right? I think it's a great idea. I'd love to see it happen, and this is going to take forever to download, so I better get off. So, all right, thanks a lot. And let's all keep the positive faith. All right, take care. Bye-bye.